Alright, I'll play your game. Oh, shit. Did I die? Welcome to another AkiDave stream. Today we're gonna play LoveSam. Hopefully I got that right this time. Like, I just cannot beat the forgets the games, the name of the game allegations. Please, please, please. LoveSam, okay. Alright. For once. I got it right. Anyway. The game should be not loud, so here's hoping. So that's like my dirty little secrets. Let's go. I never cared for keeping a diary, but now it seems to be a good time to start keeping one. Why? Because after all these years, I just can't forget about what used to be the light of my life. I know, overdramatic much? Knowing Brian Colmer, as much as I did, is bound to leave that big chunk of residue. Let's just say this diary is what's left of our relationship. 3 years. No, 3 years have passed, and the world around me is still the same. Well, except for me. I look like a mummified corpse. What would B say if you saw me again? B left Rosen P the moment he graduated high school to go to a fancy college of his dreams. Since then, I can only rely on my memories of him to keep on going. I wonder if it was the same for him too. When you love someone, his whole existence just gets etched to your brain. So no matter how much B changes, I'll always know it's him. But will B do the same for me? I love B, but he was not the most likely person to remember stuff. It's been 3 years, so it's possible he did forget about me. Or am I giving him too little credit? So here comes the big question. Will he remember me? The Ouija. Crazy. Who am I kidding? It's B we're talking about. We didn't have the most perfect relationship, but he won't just dump his memory of me down the toilet or something. He's too much of a nice guy for that. And don't forget cute. I just hope our time together was meaningful enough for him. To him. Enough to make him cherish even the darkest ones. Speaking of charitable memories, I wonder what happened to Joe's Diner. Using my favorite place. Naturally because it was B's favorite place to begin with. There were two things that were too good for Rosen Peak. It would be Brian and Joe's Diner. Home of the best pancakes in the world. Brian Colmer. 5 stars. Oh, it's supposed to be. What was a diner? So diners are peak. Usually. Things were so much easier back then. People would just go, hey, and I would be like, hi. Nothing but hanging out after that. With some occasional visit to Colton Hill. He has such a good thing going. Whoa. Hello. That was weird. Will he remember my voice? Will he say hey to me again? Did time already ruin our moments? I just wanted to say hello every time I call them. But what I want to do and can do are two different things. Just enjoying B's presence on the other side of the phone was satisfying too in a way. He was so eager to know who was calling him in the middle of the night.
Hello, how are you?
Odd. I wish I could sneak into people's minds, look beyond their eyes just by staring. If I had that power, I would never stop looking through B's window. August 21st, 2006. That as a debut outfit? I admire your confidence, Sam. And with that, my whole high school years were probably over. First day of new school, and the new girl in town got classified as undesirable by what seems to be the queen of Way Right Academy. I spent the last night telling myself, confidence, Sam, confidence. But looks like I should be spend the time picking better clothes. I try not to care too much about blending in, but these kids already look at me like I'm candy handed out by strangers. The package seems fine, but you know there's something fishy in there. Judging from their whispers, I could figure out that they didn't know Way Right even accept the transfers. It's been less than 24 hours since I moved to Rosen Peak. Ooh, voice crack. Rosen Peak. And I already enjoy sitting alone in my dorm room, more than an attempt at socializing with people who call me a city girl. Well, screw you too, hillbillies. Oh, okay. Besides, I decided not to force myself into making friends after how my old friends decided to turn on me. I just hope these guys leave me alone at least. Keeping a diary sure can keep things together in all the chaos. I haven't kept a diary since kindergarten, but this seems like a good time to restart. Kudos to Mom for giving me the advice. Oh shoot, almost forgot calling her. Write you later, diary. My only true friend. Love. Will we remember the moment he came into my life? For me, it was as clear as the moment he left. So clear that the downfall of our relationship still cuts deep into my heart. Oh, it's kind of glitchy a little bit. Yeah, life in Rosen Peak was a jar filled with bittersweet candies. Not exactly tasteful, but I learned to enjoy it. Nevertheless, it's where my heart lies. Write a poem in B's memory. He used to struggle with Miss Lansley's poetry practices, even if he didn't have to try that hard. Miss Lansley always told us, poetry is not about using fancy words. Let your feelings do all the work. Well, this is how I feel. I stand on his doorstep, heart filled with desire. He rushes down the stairs, heart red like fire. But before his sprint can soar, first he must answer the door. Knock knock. Who's at the door? The memories of my past crushing me. Hello. Hello. Suspicious. August 22nd, 2006. Stacy's a classic. FYI, she's the one who talked crap on my favorite vintage shirt. It's like she jumped straight out of a cheesy teen drama. Blonde, hot, always talking, and a cheerleader. She even has a beefy jock for a boyfriend. I didn't want to start talking shit about someone already, but how could I resist? Every time I get in Stacy's view, triggered an obvious backbite. I'm seriously starting to think she's under a curse that kills her. She stopped talking about someone else. Sadly, coping with her bitchiness wasn't the hardest part of the day. Mom called again. As far as she knows, it's just rainbows and butterflies here at Rosen Peak. I can still remember the complicated face she made when I told her that my application was accepted by Wayrite. None of us were expecting them to approve a transfer request of an 11th grader. Even if she told me she understands my need to move out of the city. I really feel guilty for leaving her alone, even if his dad's fault for our family is torn apart like this. You already used up your last runaway chance, Sam. Get your shit together. If not for you, for Mom. Hey. Ew, the fuck. Often Wayrite kids were so predictable. Their doors were already open even before I put my hand on the knob. But B's door was closed shut and so beautifully painted. Everyone liked them, but couldn't get him to open up. I knew there was something more behind that pretty paint. I knew there was something more behind that pretty paint, something behind his bright smile. But on the other hand, being able to hang out with him was a good enough blessing for me, enough to make me want to never leave his side, ever. Hello? Hello?
Compramos carros y camionetas.
Oh, I can't see a damn thing. Now I can. Another note. August 26, 2006. My first Rosen Peak weekend. As the name itself gives away, the small town fits perfectly as a setting for a mystery/horror genre. Lush forest, endless hills, and a lake that I'm certain is hiding a couple dead bodies. I could pay a visit to the lake one day and take some gorgeous shots. As for now, I'm just gonna leave those POIs on my to-do list. It was already filled with a crazy amount of homework. I now know why youngsters of Wayrite will try their best to get as far away from school as possible to class, to escape from choking on the pressure that teachers give them. Even on weekdays, pretty girls like Stacy let their boyfriends give them a ride, and others make use of the power of public transportation to get to the more crowded part of town. It doesn't feel too quiet with no one left in school, but at least I don't feel as lonely as it was in San Diego. At least I don't have to watch everyone I know turn their faces like I'm some kind of demon spawn. At least I don't have to be reminded how fucked up things can be in a single moment. Moving on will be easy, but as long as I keep myself busy, it won't be that hard. So, I wonder how I should spend this afternoon. Catch you later. Love, Sam. Interesting. You know, this is way more reading than I thought there would be. This is low key like a visual novel at this point. Let's keep reading. B was always pushing his limits. Well, it was more like he was always being pushed, but he was good at it. That's why he naturally became the best quarterback of the team, while maintaining a high grade for a star player. He was the best quarterback Wainwright could ask for. Seeing him running all sweaty on the field always triggered something tingly within me. Something that made me want to catch him behind his back and never let go. All sorts of feelings and thoughts were pumped relentlessly into my brain with every heartbeat. It gave me a bad headache. A good kind of bad headache. I wanted to stop. I wanted to never stop. Hi. But as soon as B gave me that, hey, all those headaches were washed away. It used to be the best prescription I could ask for. Hi. Hey. Take away the pain and let only the good things stay. Oh. Hi. Oop. Scrap that. No? No? Yeah. Oh. August 31st, 2006. For boarding school, Wainwright's intellectuals are not that interested in becoming intelligent. I visited the library for Miss Lasley's book assignment today, and two things surprised me. One, the place was much bigger than the one in my old school. Someone can get lost in here. Two, I had a strong feeling that people rarely visit the library, maybe because they fear being lost in there. The place was too clean. Even the books showed little signs of human touch. But the place was too clean. Even the books showed little signs of human touch. I wonder if Stacy's even thinking of picking a book. With her admiring her boyfriend Kyle's tattoo all day, I doubt she has spare time to do that. Is she depending on Kyle to do the reading for her? Seriously? According to what I saw so far, he's either busy reacting to whatever's coming out of Stacy's mouth, or working up some shenanigans with his jock buddies. Ryan, was it? So yeah, right. In the meantime, I should be concerned about myself than being with the whole school. Interesting. Next. Open those eyes, no need for words, sweet as love songs those eyes utter. So turn around and sing for me. Alright, I'll play your game. Oh shit. Did I die?
No shit.
Ah. Ew, what the fuck?
What's brown and sticky? A stick.
September 4th, 2006. Visited the library again, a bit more people than before, and among them was Brian. It's not worth the bother, but seeing a major skank's boyfriend's blood wandering around the library is uncanny by anyone's standards. He must have been there to pick up a book for Miss Lancey's assignment. I almost got too close to him, trying to see what he was gonna pick. I really hope he didn't notice that. I'd rather be known as a regular geek than a creepy one. Woe is me. Hate to admit, but seeing Brian in the library was today's only diary-worthy moment. Probably because it's probably the only human interaction that didn't give me the sensation of someone talking behind my back. At least today's entry is a tad bit more meaningful than what I wrote yesterday. I need to revise my book opinions now. Options now, sorry. I need to revise my book options now. Write you later. Loves. I miss. Oh, right there. And one day, he will start looking for me too. Only to realize I was with him the whole time. Like a boogeyman under this. Like a boogeyman under a sleeping child's bed. Oh man. I don't wanna. Got it. Wapa. September 7th, 2006. It was Kane's ninth psychology class, and he still managed to come up with another lame activity. This time he gave each of us a mask and made us express our personalities by drawing on it. Again, this was a psychology class. I mean, it kind of is psychology, but okay. The last thing I want to do right now is open up to others. Yeah, that's psychology. So the next 30 cringy minutes, I managed to create one of the most basic personality masks one can imagine. If my mask were a color letter, it would start with "I'm a people's person." But it's not dumb. It's not the dumb exercise that's bugging me right now. When the masks were being passed around, Brian, yep, him again, kind of smiled at me. It's 11 p.m. now. Why am I writing about this? Sorry, I saw a spider. It's most likely an accidental glance, but I still don't know why. The very image hovered in my head for the rest of class. Okay, the rest of the day. Stupid brain props wanting excuses for screwing up today's math test. Okay. Oh, that's disgusting. Ew. Picante demon. Wait, so maybe it's just like, fine. Maybe it's just 15. Sure. What will be remembered me as? A friend? A weirdo? A liar? After all, he didn't really know me. Like, really know me. No one did. I had to put on so many masks just to survive high school. The me that B knew was just layers of a fabricated image. I could never take them off. I couldn't let anyone see how vulnerable I was. I would have loved to be I would have loved to be eaten alive. Worse, B would have left me completely. Even when the fragile layers were off, I couldn't take them off. So that's all I did. Cover up the holes before anyone could peek through. Cover them up. Don't look to my face. Finalize. What's it doing? Hello? I don't get it. I might die in like 2 seconds, but okay, got me again, but got it. Yeah, did it. We did it. More reading. September 11th, 2006. I was returning to my books I checked out when he came out of nowhere. Hey, anything worth reading? I didn't know the voice was aimed at me, but my heart somehow already started skipping a beat. Was somehow already skipping a beat. Brian had to tap me on the shoulder to get my complete attention. Sam, right? I saw you going in and out of the library. He said with a buttery voice. It's not like I was talking or anything. I come here from time to time to get the stupid assignment out of the way so I can focus on my games. He said he couldn't find anything interesting to read, and since all he could think of were comics, he could use some guidance. My mind was still jumbled from the ambush. All I remember saying was, how about Misery? Stephen King's works are good enough to get you started. Cause boys like any story with blood and breaking bones, right? We said comics, not horror novels, but okay. I don't recall how the rest of the conversation went, but I'm certain he said, see you later at some point, and I said, yeah, see ya. Misery. Real nice, Sam. If Brian didn't know you were a weirdo, he does now. Finally, I did already. What I did for B. All of them, because I loved him. Yeah. Why couldn't he just understand? Others were nothing but poison. I was the only one who truly cared, but B didn't even appreciate the things I've done for him. I never wanted a drama, and I wanted a poem like life. A tender, subtle love story written only for his eyes. It's totally fine if no one else gets it, as long as B does. I hope he remembers our own little worlds. Even if he forgot about it, I made him a map so he can find his way back. And I think it's a good time to come back now, B. Oh god, another puzzle. Let's go back to our small world where other very places go back. September 16th, 2006. Turns out the lake does have a history of having a dead body in it. I know this because I went there. I went there because Brian took me there. What? It all happened so fast. I was outside the yard reading when Brian appeared out of nowhere again. He said, "Hey," and started telling me how he actually enjoyed the book and how he never read the same book twice in his life. And since he was heading out, he offered to take me to tour of the town. 10 minutes later, we're passing Joe's Diner, home of the world's famous pancakes, says Brian. There was also an arcade across the diner. Brian hates the place because it's teeming with 10-year-olds. The donut shop was Brian's must-go-to place, too. Unlike the music store, which, according to him, seriously needs to restock. I found my own POI, a bookstore. It was weird seeing a bookstore and a gym staying side by side, though. At the end of the tour, I finally got to taste that sweet pancake Brian worshipped. Out the window, I could see a weird, gigantic hill that was also visible from my dorm room. Brian revealed that he had a secret base of some kind there. He jokingly said he'll take me there if I'm cool enough. When I'm cool enough. After dinner, Brian dropped me off at the bus station and drove off to me with his friends. I was exhausted but hyped up beyond the limits. I can't sleep. How can I win this whole day? Got it. Alright, cool. Next. Yeah, I had a feeling it was like probably the high spot, I suppose. That makes sense. I guess. I miss Morning Dew Donut Shop. B never shuts up about its donuts. They did taste sweet, just like B's heart. Each bite was another memory to savor. But just like a donut, it had an expiration date. It turned cold and bitter. I miss its warmth. I miss its sweetness. I need it. I need to eat it up. Donut. September 25th, 2006. The golems, it's golems, right? Golems. The golems just obliterated the hammerheads today. I now know why they say Brian and Kyle are more than buds. I would have called them an awesome duo if only Kyle wasn't an assload of a douche. I mean, the guy has a name tattooed on his arm. Call me old-fashioned, but I think he should go to the hospital and get that ego checked out because it must be swollen huge. Cringe. At least he leaves. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. At least he leaves me alone. Other than giving me the creepy stare when I pass by. I understand how Stacy can keep hanging out with him, but Brian? They do say you sometimes become friends with those who are opposite ends. Are at the opposite ends. So maybe it's not such a weird thing. For me, the real win was the photo took of Brian. Watch out for Sam Hope, the rising teenage stalker. Bringing the Polaroid camera I brought years ago during my camera geek phase seemed like a good idea now. I know I promised myself to stay away from those people, but stay away from the drama. But look at Brian, when he talks to me, it feels like maybe, just maybe, it's okay to have a little drama for myself. I'm not ready to define what this feeling is, but for now, I'm gonna label it as looking for a shoulder to cry on, and just shove it under my bed like the pictures of today. Oof. Interesting. What are we looking for? I hated every moment I was not with B. I was helpless. Every day I just wanted to call him and just so he could. Every day I wanted to call him so we can just chat, but I was afraid of what Brian would think of it. It would hurt his reputation. When I finally worked up the nerve to call, all I could do was listen to him say hello. That was as far as our late night phone calls, chit chat could go. Okay. I hung up, wondering if he knew who was on the other end of the line. I remember the strong burning sensation that came up every time I called him. That red fiery sensation, Jesus. Red. So fucking red. Red everywhere. Wait, are you Brian? Plot twist, you are Brian. Finish what you started? Oh. Oh, I see. I got you. It's gonna be a... Oh. Okay. Oh, he said that. Okay. Come on.
One long, angry line later.
That works? Yeah. Oh. Holy dead bodies, Batman. Oh, no. Not again. Okay, I see what the strat is, I think. Just follow the lines, but don't touch the lines.
No shit.
Okay. I understand now. I understand. Are we done?
Hello, everybody. My name.
Okay. Whoa. Scene change. We're in the forest. Dear Journal, I woke up in this forest, horrified as to what would happen to me. But when I thought things were really bad, I saw a light at the end of the tunnel, signifying that I will win tonight. Hopefully, it is true. If I die, Sam, meet me at Colton Hill. You know where to find me. Brian. What? September 28th, 2006. Due date for Ms. last lead's book report is right around the corner, and I'm still not finished. Only if I wasn't too disturbed. Normally, I wouldn't bother reading a teen romance story, but for some reason I thought, hey, why not? The premise for Mingled itself is pretty generic. Jenny has a huge crush on her childhood friend Michael, but she can't get Michael to think of her as more than just friends. She reaches a conclusion that it's because of all the girls around him. She reaches the conclusion that it's because of all the girls around him. So she starts making a list of all the basic girls who have a crush on Michael. What she's planning to do with the list is yet to be revealed. If I can finish read the book by tomorrow, I'll be able to finish the report with enough time for revise. P.S. I wonder how Brian's doing with his assignments. Why am I interested? Because he's been asking for help for some of his works, and I gladly agreed to. Why would I do that? Because by helping Brian focus on his practice, so he can bring trophies to our little school, it becomes safe to say that I'm taking a part of a bigger cause. Not like I'm doing it for personal reasons, right? Okay. Sorry, I just can't read today. It's fine. It happens. I wanted so bad to be close to Brian. So close I can get peep into his beautiful head, sorry. Oh, there it is. Right? No? Okay. So close I can just lean into him and tell him my deepest desires. You. Oh, it's nice, I guess. So close that I can whisper, don't leave me, don't go away, don't smile for others. Uh-oh.
You to hang up that computer call, come over here and kiss me on my hot mouth.
Nope.
I'm feeling romantical.
Nope. Get away. Get away. Nope. We're not looking away. We're not looking away. We're not looking away. Nope. 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 No. 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 I'm gonna run a desk.
What happens when I beat your ass like this?
Ah! Stacy invited everyone to the last post victory. What? I'm sorry. Stacy invited everyone to the late post victory party at her place this Friday. Weird that she told me this at the hallway herself. This sudden act of courtesy was another thing to be frozen. But to think of it, a self-conscious beauty queen like Stacy will love showing off how tolerant she can be. I prefer celebrating quietly in my room, but since the party is practically being held for Brian, I thought it would be sort of rude of me to not be there. He was nothing but nice to me since I met him, or at least I could do is show up. Plus, I could probably witness the face Stacy makes when he sees I actually have the nerve to show up. Maybe I could even piss her off enough to manage a straight conversation with Brian. An Omega, what the fuck? An Omega hanging out with an Alpha? Kyle will be busy comforting Stacy's fuming. What? Oh my god, I can't read. I'm so sorry. I just can't read. Oh my god, it's like a hidden like inability to read. What else? Anyway, maybe, just maybe, I could even piss her off if I managed to strike a conversation with Brian. An Omega hanging out with an Alpha? Kyle will be busy comforting Stacy, fuming about how I messed up her ecosystem. No peer pressure, Sam. Just clean drinks and hopefully some casual talk with Brian. What could possibly go wrong? That's a good point. What could possibly go wrong? Like staring into closed eyes, I could never know if B knew I was looking at him. Did he even know I was there? Maybe he knew but simply didn't care. The only thing looking back is my decaying sanity. I wanted to look away so much, but what's the point when the stench is still there? I started to think that the only way to get Bee's attention was to throw myself off whoa. How did it become so low? All I wanted was a chance to show off how I feel about Bee without any noise getting in the way. No matter what happens next, it will be at least to give me some sort of closure and peace. How far are we to this? Oh. So what? 15? We have 20. We have 20 years. Maybe 20 years. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Apparently it seems like what, 2 hours maybe, but I guess it's just based on reading level at this point, so. Brian was super likable. Everyone liked everything about him. They couldn't stop smiling when Brian started talking. They made me want to puke. Okay, rude. They smile as if their relationship with Brian means anything, and yet I was the only one left with him. I was the only one left with a broken heart when he left Frozen Peak. B was so devastated by leaving that being a star player was enough for him. B needed to be a fucking model student. Nothing says pick me to college admissions like a spotless student record. Huh? Huh? Suicide suspected in death of missing teenager. The girl is 17. Oh, hold on a second. Let's just put it right there. Oh. We can't just put it there. On the wall. Alright, what's this? You're annoying the hell out of me. Hello? Oh. Oh. Another notice. I mean, I'll read the other thing in a second. October 7th, 2006. Oh man, everything's gone wrong. All my sisters are screaming in pain. I don't remember drinking any booze. The pain only escalated the moment Brian texted me. You feeling okay? No, I was not okay. And why is Brian asking me this? Did I do something to him? According to Brian, I went from being quiet to crazy happy, and cue his words, not mine, real quick. I was so close to being the center of the party when he had to bring me back to the dorm. Why can't I remember any of them? Congrats, Sam. You reached a new low in life. Shit. Is it? Is this how I die? I sincerely asked Brian if there was a good way to kill myself. He said, maybe now is a good time to show you. Maybe now is a good time to show you my secret hideout. Since I passed my test by showing the whole school what a different me. Is he seriously going to take me to the Golden Hill hideout? Tomorrow I'm going to go to the so-called most romantic place in Rosa Park with Brian. There's something in my head that's keeping me awake, and that's not a hangover. Jesus Christ. Interesting. Alright, what was it? Is that suicide? Oops. No, back in the seat. Here we go. Constantine was found dead on the hill, likely in their own life, police said. Sam Hull, a transfer student at Wayride Academy, reported missing for 6 days until Rosen Peak authorities discovered her body in the forest. Due to days of heavy rain around the time of her death, the investigation on Ms. Hull's death faced a few challenges. However, interviews with school faculty members and students led to the possibility that she threw herself off the cliff of Colton Hill after a month of rejection from her peers. She was rarely seen with others, says one of her former teachers. She was even publicly humiliated just before her disappearance. It must have worked as a tipping point for her. Rosen Peak police says the fault did not kill Sam instantly. It was possible she gasped for air through her broken neck before dying. Wayride Academy now faces suspicion of neglecting the students, led by the mother of Miss Holt. Okay, so it's probably this regular playing as Brian, I suppose. October 8th, 2006. OMG, Brian actually took me to Colton Hill. The hideout Brian mentioned had a wonderful view of the small town. The whole place was under a golden sunset. The best part of the spot was I was quite hidden and unsafe. What? The best parts of this spot was I was quite hidden and unsafe. You could easily run on the hill if you were careless or drunk, and no one could find you for days. How awesome is that? What? Being drunk with that wonderful woman didn't cause any accident though. We sat there for less than an hour, but it felt like an eternity. I can't remember what we talked about. I do remember saying how beautiful Rosa Peak is, and Brian being all meh about it. I guess you can get fed up with views like this too. Today's only regret is that I failed to bring the true essence of the hill's view back with me. There's a reason why I gave up photography as a hobby in the first place. At least the close-up of Brian was not half as bad. When I came back down the hill, it became clear that my life had become a bit more messed up now. I know because I really want to talk to Brian again soon. Help me get a sleep. Help me get a sleep soon today. Diary, LoveSam. Jesus Christ. Brian's secret hideout, a closed cotton hill hiking route discovered by himself so he can hide from the world around him. Not a flashy place, but it had a great view. I wish it could be our special place, ours and ours only. Colton Hill is nothing but a rock pile of blood-soaked memories now. Why did they have to break my fucking heart? Was I just one of his many friends? Maybe that's it. Maybe that's why he wanted. Maybe that's why he wanted to leave even after I told him we won't be together anymore. He thought he was too good for Rose and Pete and me. To him, I was the background. I was just the background in his picture. I wonder what this is going to become important to the plot. Huh? Who took a picture of me? Over there. Hello? Who's taking a picture? Who's taking the picture? Oh. Yawns over her face? I mean, at this point. Whew, that's a cool way to like address the fact that there's no. Hey, I was reading that. Hello. What? Hot take. You know, as somebody who used to have epilepsy, like, I really just, like, I feel like some games have done a pretty decent job and doing, like, strobing lights in a way that's not, like, triggering, or at least, like, 'cause I don't, like, get, like, seizures anymore, but it just makes me sick a little bit when those things happen. And, like, oh, that hurt. That really did hurt. I mean, the game does warn you that there's flashing lights and shit. That's fine, but, like, ugh, it's kind of annoying, but that's a me problem. Literally a me problem. October 10th, 2006. The vocal part was finished days ago, but I can't stop thinking about Mingles. Mostly because my stupid brain thinks I'm sort of like the main character, Jenny. Summer's rest of the book, Jenny goes on this jealousy-fueled sabotage rampage on every girl as a crush on Michael. I know it's hard without context, but it's actually kind of cute. What? She actually stands on top, and Michael finds out what she's done. He breaks Jenny's heart, saying that he can't be sure of who she is anymore. Things work out in the end, but that's not why I sympathize with the dorky psycho girl. Brian's just like Michael, popular, has killer biceps, busy hanging out with people. I can't see what he wants because of all the noise around him. I know he wants to go to college, but what about beyond the boring stuff? What kind of person does he like? What do you think about me? He told me about his mom, how she died of cancer last year. It must have been so hard trying to look okay for everyone who's depending on him. I sometimes feel like he can't see me because he's so busy trying to meet everyone's expectations. I know how those around us can be hurtful, and it's dangerous to rely on them so much. I just wish I could tell Brian one day that I'm here for him. Brian got what he wanted in the end. He left Rose and Peak as soon as he was given the chance. As for me, I was left to suffocate in the hole of tainted memories until I drowned in my own endless nightmares. Every day, every night, I'm surrounded by whispers. Whispers that lie. Whispers that eat away my brain piece by piece, no matter how hard I try to. Oh God, I hear him again. Oh gosh. A fate worse than death. Surveys. One must take as much. Yeah. Yes. No one can have no one can have what you can. No. B never loved you. Probably, yeah. No, hey. Because you're a selfish little shit. Yeah, probably. All your problems are caused by you, probably. It's all your fault, probably. Results are written. It looks like you still have your eyes closed and shut. Okay. Then keep them shut. How long would that last this time? Hello? Okay. It's getting worse. The fucking shithole town left me a disgusting crack in my heart. This game is honestly this is low-key a contender for like a visual novel at this point with the amount of reading I have done. Not really complaining per se. I just didn't expect it. October 13th, 2006, Miss Lansley gave us an easy poetry assignment for once. She said it's okay to make a parody of the classic as long as we stick to the A-B-C-B rhyme. So I took the liberty of letting my imagination go ABC berserk. That's funny. Here's a slight taste of my early work. Roses are red, violets are blue. My life would have sucked if it wasn't for you. I could have waited for Brian to ask for my help with homework again, but I decided to make the first move this time. And guess what? He said he can handle it alone. Call me paranoid, but I'm worried I might have hurt Brian's pride. That's what happens when Sam opens her idiot mouth and uses her idiot brain. Besides, what was it besides? P.S. I decided to carry my diary in my bag. The doors in my girl's dorm are way too easy to open. That's easy as Stacy's though, if you know what I mean. Wow. Yikes. You know, internalized misogyny. That's a no. I even saw one of the girls using a notepad to crack her door open. What? Besides, I have this weird hunch someone's been reading my diary. I decided not to ignore this hunch. What the hell? Yeah, you hear the person here from the crowd something louder. We'll see more and more eyes staring at me through this gap. When I run out of places to run, I've had only one solution. Now my memories are scattered all over the dark, and I must look for them in the dark. Oh, great. More stupid annoying. Okay. I need this though. Thanks. Appreciate that. Found something. I think it's 4, right? Right here, I saw it. No? There we go. In here. Got it. So who are we playing as? I assume we're playing as Brian, no? Alright, what are we doing here? Yeah, I did it. Puzzle annihilated. So we're like in the final, I guess the final couple. October 20th, 2006. With Brian preparing for a rematch with the Hammerheads, I once again gallantly gave my heads up with the non-important homework stuff. I must say, the teachers here don't give their poor students a break because the test is over. It's not like I'm burdened with helping out, but Brian is really trying really hard to get grades. From what I've heard, he doesn't have that much worry about college as he practically a local football star. Maybe his pushy police chief dad raised him to be an overachiever. It's funny how a model athlete like Brian got friends like Kyle who always find excuses to pull him out of school. It's unfair, really. As long as you're a sports star, you'll end up with douches no matter how much of a nice person you are. I don't speak with Kyle much, but I don't need conversations to know what he's like. First of all, his girlfriend is freaking Stacy Landings. The stare he gives me when I pass by is enough to creep me out for the whole day. It'll be lucky if Stacy didn't come along and start yapping about how Brian is out of my league. She has Kyle to play with, so why would she even care? Like, ask your boyfriend for a drive. Jeez. Have a nice life with him, so Brian can stay out of the poison he does not deserve. Okay. Now we are not doing this again. We're not going out. Hello. Go on. I probably should grab this, right? I can't see shit. Up, wrong way. There we go. Oh. Okay. Cool. Holy moly. Who are we playing as? Okay. That was more annoying than frightening, but that's alright. Let's see. Yes. Hello. Okay. Well, thanks for that. Well. Yes. Holy fuck, it's coming from the house. What's that? Oh. Honestly, lore accurate college bathrooms. I'm not gonna lie to you. No. Okay. Oh. What the fuck are you smiling at? Well, I mean... Oh.
Hello, sexy banana.
Dude, what am I supposed to do? Don't pussy out. This is 4B. Careful. Press what? So we are playing as Brian. Okay, so that's my question. Holy ghost, Batman. What the hell? Hey, don't go away from me. Hey. Hey. Give it back. Rude. This ghost is so mean. Like, leave me alone. Literally, he was, Ghost, leave me alone. Aw, man. Not this guy again. I'm not gonna lie to you, I never thought I missed being in this fucking disgusting ass room. October 23rd, 2006. There was a consulting session for Greenheart College student programs at the gym today. I've seen this posters all over the school since the day I arrived. I had nothing better to do, so I decided to give a visit and spend my precious after school time reading brochures. And once again, just like at the library, I was surprised to see Brian here. He was at the Emily he was at the early decision program booth. I wanted to talk to him, but instead I ran from my room, jumped into bed, and out of nowhere, tears started to drop. I bet it was because of those stupid hearts. Yep, I saw those hearts again. Now they're at the gym too. At first I thought whoever drew them must be insecure about the relationship, but the truth is that I would have had a relationship to be insecure about too. Deep down, I know I want my own heart on the wall too. But seeing Brian at the college booth felt like finally getting punched into by reality. I have no idea what I'll be doing in a couple of years. I thought I was staying here at Rosen Peak, but with Brian preparing to leave, there's no point to it. No Brian, no hearts on the wall. God, it's like my brain's creating a storm. I'm just gonna lay down for a bit. Hopefully I'll wake up next week. My life is nothing but a repetition of waking up for nothing, with nothing to live for, with even a false hope to look forward. What? Not even a false hope to look forward to this time. Long time ago, when I finally got to accept my feelings for Brian, I thought everything was gonna change, but every day was still just like every day. He was still a school star. I was still just his friend. When you live in Rosen Peak, people expect things to stay the same. If anything changed between us, it could ruin everything. Ruin B and everything around him. So that's how it went. Nothing. Nothing changed while my whole world burned. I kept telling myself, maybe after graduation I'll be able to express my feelings for him. I let the fire in my heart eat through my soul and body. I call myself a coward, but I chose to keep what little I had to enjoy. I was a poor kid, crawled up in bed. Poor? Who deserved that charity title? Am I really the victim of all of this? Who's here to judge me anyway? It's all over. Everyone left me. Another phone call. So why do I feel like I'm being chased? Like someone's always watching me. Like someone's always trying to judge me. What? What? Brian's evil the entire time? Fuck. That's crazy. She's being haunted by ghosts. Because he's a fucking asshole. Okay. It's because of her. So he's being... Oh, so he was the... Heroin. Is that heroin? Was that drugs? So maybe he was the one breaking into reading her diaries. Big brain moment. It's because of her, the moment she came into our lives, what little I had to enjoy started to crumble. November 2nd, 2006. And I used half of this diary about writing about Stacy being a bitch, and not just being unstable. It wasn't even past the first class or arguing like crazy with Kyle. Heard her shouting like, I'm done with doing shit for you, before storming away. Then she saw me. I was her next target. She strided towards me and said, this is all your fault. Why don't you go out to fucking San Diego? Whoa, what'd I do? She was off before I could open my mouth. I turned to Kyle for answers, but he was gone too. Come to think of it, I really saw him hanging out recently. But I didn't know those things were this intense. Brian's been acting weird too, though. He hasn't talked to me much recently. He even looks somewhat more upset than usual. I finally tried to ask him what was wrong, but he cut me short, asking if I called him last night. Only was a blank face, so Brian said, never mind, and walked away. What was that all about? What do you mean by again? Call him in the middle of the night for no reason is something I've dreamed of, but doesn't mean I actually did it. What the hell's going on? Warmers, that bitch. That's crazy. That's a crazy ass. He's leaving. That bitch. Back to the reading. Nope, I missed something. Only bad things happen in my life, no matter how hard I try to protect it. A city girl just asking to become an outsider. That was all she wanted. That was all she was to me. Hey, that's all she was to everyone else. But then I saw them talking at the library. I couldn't clearly, but I could tell what was going on. He was making her smile. It was another smile telling my feelings would be. No one would ever know what kind of emotions I was hit with in that moment. A change was happening, and I didn't like it at all. Stacy didn't like it either. And she could never stand letting an easy social prey slip away from her. Naturally, Stacy took a peek into her diary one day. She took pictures of some of the entries and sent them to me and her gang. Oh, now we're reading Brian's diary. Or not? What the fuck? She wanted everyone to join her twisted and childish game. The diary had no special meaning to me, not until I read about how Brian took out. Whoa. Wait, then who were we reading Stacy's diary? I'm confused now. So you guys are playing as Brian? Blah 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 blah. He had no interest in that girl. He had no interest in girls whatsoever, and suddenly now he's hanging out with an outsider. At that moment, I got tired of doing nothing. I knew I had to do something, so I gave Stacy an idea. It was gonna be an easy spike. Whoa, easy spike her drinking, get her wasted, and humiliate the shit out of the city girl in front of everyone. Only then, she would know her place. It could have been so simple, only if B didn't get in the way. The fuck? What? What the fuck, man? Escuela. Wait, so who are you playing as then? Wait, who are you playing as then? So if you're not playing as Brian, I'm assuming you're not playing as Brian at this point. Are you playing as Kyle? Because it can't be Stacy. What the fuck? Okay, whatever. Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I'm just whoa. No. Oh. Okay. Second to the penultimate note. November 6th, 2006. What the fuck is going on? I don't even know how to describe what happened this morning. This is fucked up. My hands are shaking again. It started when I opened my locker and something poured out. For a few seconds, my brain was cut off from whatever was happening. When I finally looked down and saw dozens of pictures scattered on the hallway floor. All of them were pictures of Brian with gibberish written on them. The whole school at the hall. They looked at the pictures, then at me, then at the pictures. Brian was there too. His face, the face he gave away. The face he gave me, the face of disgust. He turned away and left. He didn't even say anything. I tried to chase him, say something to him, but the floor started spinning and people started whispering. Like they knew what was going on. The air soon began to choke my heart, my throat. I swear it was on the floor. I swept on the floor and ran out of class. Of course Stacy had something to do with this. I looked for her, but she was nowhere to be found. The rest of the day was about nothing but avoiding eye contact with anyone. I can't sleep. Brian's not answering any of my texts. There's no one to talk to. B. Kept saying nothing was going on between them. Lies. But I wasn't about to believe everything, which is fine. How could you? Lies. What the hell? In my eyes, Sam was using Brian. To fill her sad, empty life. I couldn't let that happen. She wanted drama. She she didn't deserve. She deserves shit. She doesn't get to barge in and start stealing the life I've only dreamed of. Who is the main character? Is it Kyle? I'm confused. Who is our POV character here? I'm genuinely just confused as to who our POV character is at this point. At this point, the thing I think about is Kyle being the POV character. So I guess Kyle killed holy shit, Sam. Okay. I know Stacy's evil. Brian's like questionable. Kyle's definitely evil. Interesting. Alright, Stacy kept doing what she does best, digging into other secrets. She sent pictures of the little shit's diary pages to me. That's how I found out about her little trip to Colton Hill. It was our hideout since first year of high school, and her presence turned into fucking nothing. How could we do this to us? The only way to break them apart was to show Brian what a creep she was. Oh. I kept reading the disgusting words she wrote in her diary. At some point I felt something, a reminder of how I felt when I fell for B. How I felt so terribly right and terribly wrong. Screaming into my pillow never helped with make my feelings go away. The final note. November 7th, 2006. The school counselor called me today. Mr. Fern asked me if the rumors were true. Rumors that had been leaving hard drawings all over school. Rumors that had been stalking Brian. At this point, the whole school must be out of its mind. I didn't even know the letters in this fucking hard spell S and B. And what? Just because the initials are S and B, suddenly everyone named that starts with them are either Sam or Brian? And guess what's even crazier? What even crazier are the words on the streets? Sam Holt, Darv's sex offender, crazy or been in love. What? How on earth did Stacy find out about my dad? How on earth did Stacy find out about my dad? Why would she have done so much? What? Why would she just done? Why would she do so much to fuck up my life? And where the fuck is she? Is she... You know what? I'm tired. I'm tired of waiting for Brian to listen to me. I'm tired of looking for words to describe this fucked up situation. I can't believe I have to go do this again and so far from home and so soon. Brian, please. Please say something. Then I remember she wrote something for her dad and must have been something to do with her existence in my life. I started digging. It wasn't even a challenge. He told, arrested for sexually assaulting a teenager. It was beautiful. I found a perfect ending. All I do with the next was fill in the rest of the story. A needy, seedy girl with a huge hole to fill. Old left by her sweet old daddy. Jesus Christ. She was a disaster waiting to happen. No one, not even Brian, would think otherwise. I made all the preparations while Stacy spread the rumors I created. Okay, so it is Kyle. Kyle's the evil, the main antagonist, I guess. It wasn't easy. I almost got caught taking a picture of Brian using the restroom. Oh, ew. The fuck? But I kept going. Every picture I took was a love confession I could never make. Every heart I drew was my sacrifice for him. Jesus Christ. With enough suspicion piled up on Sam, I stuffed all the pictures I took into her locker. It was a happy coincidence that B was there to see this spectacular unfold when it happened. It was over. Things were about to turn back to normal, and then Stacy's drama-filled head exploded. Okay. Oh. Hide, coward. Okay. What are we doing? The game said hide. I'm hiding. So what's the strap? Can I open the door? No, cannot. Maybe you can run forever. JK, you're gonna die. Crazy, but true. I'm done watching you get away with the shit you've done to me. Did you really think I wouldn't find out what's going on? I know you're using me to break Sam and Brian apart so you can have some fun with her. Well, I had my share of fun when I told Brian what you've been doing. You should have seen the face he made when I got to the party drawing those, I'm not saying that, hearts all over the school. Hope you enjoy your happy life and there's no Brian to get in your way. Oh, by the way, I saw you staring at the college poster. Wait, did you like the girl in the poster too? Is that why you tore her face off? You need help. Don't bother calling me. Damn. So Kyle is the antagonist the entire time. Who would have thunk it? Please, man. Stacey got it all wrong. This is a misunderstanding. This is a meaningless prank. That's all. That's not a prank, dude. Please, B, don't do this. Text me back, please. The day Stacy told Brian was the last day he talked to me. He was so angry at me, he would never understand what I did for him. Typical. So fucking typical. Again, I was left alone to suffer. This time, somebody had to pay for it. Oh my god. He's the one who told her? Holy fuck. It's like FNAF 1 where you're playing as like the antagonist or something, allegedly. We're in this way. Back. That's fucked up, dude. What the fuck, man? Kyle, what are you doing here? You don't deserve him. I don't know what you're talking about. Thank you for following, oh Jericho. Hey, hi. Thanks for following. Hey, don't come. Alright, so are we being chased again, or just... Oh, so how are we gonna grab this thing? This gift, I assume. Yeah. You know, just hanging in there. Thanks for asking. I'm glad you're doing well. Alright, so I guess we have to grab something to grab it. Oh, there it is. The stick. Sam, meet me at Colton Hill. You know where to find me, Brian. Are you shitting me? He's gonna burn her diary? Kyle's like, no witnesses at this point. It's gone full mad. I mean, he clearly killed her. There's no further to go at this point. Wow. You know, honestly, I hope our protagonist was like taken to the shower room and just destroyed, because like fuck this guy. Ironically, definitely playing as a murderer the entire time. Omega plot twist. In the closet. Oh, wow. The symbolism is like quite insane right now. I didn't even think about that until now. We're quite literally in the closet. What's next? Of course, ugh, it was an accident. Ooh, fuck off, dude. Fuck off, literally. Die, literally. In Minecraft, it was an accident. I never meant to kill her, or maybe I did. Did I? But does it matter now? Did any what I did matter? I left the team soon after what happened at Colton. After that, the school. From what I heard, Brian easily got accepted to the college. He left town right after graduation. The fact he's a star athlete with notable school record, worth like a charm. He's been growing the idea of leaving Rose in peace since his mom died. Living alone with his obnoxious dad didn't help much after being attacked in his hometown. He kept his plan mostly a secret. He hated the attention he was getting as a star who lost his mom. If people found out his plan, they would surely be talking about it too. But he didn't hint about leaving, and I tried so hard to ignore what it meant for me. Even those college posters all over the school were laughing at me. They were making fun of my impending doom. They were all saying, "Haha, you see? You're gonna die alone here." Whoa. Maybe I knew. I knew that B took an honest interest in Sam because she was just a clueless new girl who was lonely enough to do anything for any guy who was nice to her. But jealousy is a strong creature. It quickly devoured my mind. Soon, anger took control of me, and I just needed someone to be mad at other than Brian. Even after he left me, anger stayed. It still haunts me in my sleep, and every time I open my eyes, it just gets worse. And again, it's time to wake up. But wake up for what? To be greeted by the fact that I must be running around in circles again? That I must stick needles in my... Oh, I get it. That's why there's like drugs and shit. Okay. Needles in my body so I can forget my past for a few fucking minutes. It's just like that story Miss Leslie told us about the shortest horror story in the world. The last man on earth heard a knock on the door. I'm alone in my room. I'm alone in this world. There's something knocking on my door, on the door. I don't know who it is, but I kept the door locked. I keep the door locked. No one comes in, no one comes out. Or goes out. Whoa. I'm so tired. I just want it to end. Let's just wake up. Let's just open the door. I don't care who or what's waiting for me. I don't know. You're seeing that, Jericho? You're seeing that Family Guy clip where like Brian gets like taken by like the shadow people, whatever. This is exactly what's gonna happen right now. This guy, I'm assuming. I hope so, because like if he just lives, it kind of, I don't know. But what about my diary, the one I've been keeping, to remind myself of how remind myself how I'm a victim of everything that happened? I don't know what I would do without it. We just keep going insane. So here it goes. Here comes the big question. Should I keep it? Yeah, right. I'm like, you're clenched to your chair. You're like, all right. Let's see what happens. John Pencil. Let's see. I want him to go to jail because he's probably gonna die in like 2 seconds. Someone put, yeah, keep it, dude. Yeah, keep that. Keep that and get arrested or whatever. Fuck it. I'm not giving up my only thing that's left for me. What? Nothing's my fault. I'm saying I'm not letting go of anything ever again. Voice crack. Just turn off the light. Go to bed. Maybe everything will be better tomorrow. All right. Let's go to bed. Turn off the light. I can't see anything actually. Holy fuck! I can't see. That was a mistake. Chat. Okay, we're fine. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't understand why his bedroom, his bed, is like this close to the door. I don't know. That seems a little bit too close to me, but that's my opinion. Alright, what are we doing? Do we leave? Jericho, I'm giving you a warning right now. Be ready for the jump scare. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's it? Oh, okay. Oh. No jump scare. That was okay, I guess. That was... okay.